Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 2021 Cloudline Pinot Noir. It's from Willamette Valley, Oregon. It is 13.9% alcohol by volume, and I want to say, man, it's been more than 15 minutes since I bought this wine. I want to say it was like $18 at my local grocery store, H-E-B. Also, this wine is a viewer request from Chris Gardner, so thank you for that. I assume he likes it from what I've seen on his post on Instagram, but I didn't read too much into the post because he was giving tasting notes and stuff. I didn't want to like ruin it. He did send me a DM on Instagram saying I should review it. So he's either tossing me a grenade or this wine is good. I hope it's the latter. Let's take a look at this wine. All right, from a color standpoint, I'm going to give you a pale ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, on the nose, medium plus. Ooh. So medium plus intensity on the nose. The reason I went ooh is because this is the first time I've had a wine in a while where there's like a very upfront mallow note to it. And if you're new to like wine and stuff and don't know what that means, what that is it's a process that's typically used in wine, especially in red wines, to convert malic acid to lactic acid. So when you smell sort of like a cheesiness or buttery or things like that, it's because of the lactic acid that's been converted from the malic acid. Just saying. All right, so for this wine, I'm getting some cherry, a little bit of raspberry, a little bit of cranberry. There is a little bit of, there's like a slight touch of vanilla, but there's also a clove that's coming through here. The alcohol smells medium. I'm getting what, to me, reminds me of dried tarragon. And there's also just a slight, like, soily note to it. Not, like, dirty, but, like, just kind of earthy. Anyway, how's it taste? Medium body, medium plus acid. The interesting thing about this Pinot Noir is really savory. Like, there's a lot of just kind of, like, serve me with food vibes coming out of this thing. It's not very fruit forward. The fruit is present, but it's very integrated well with that secondary. I mean, it's a little hard to describe unless you. So actually, it's not hard to describe. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a slightly less mallow-driven Burgundian Pinot Noir. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the types of wines that you get that are really good in Bordeaux because they're not solo drinkers. They're specifically designed to go with the food from the region. That is exactly what this wine is made for. It has that exact same type of purpose. It's not a solo drinker, but it actually is a wine that I would highly recommend if you're a food-driven kind of wine pairing person. It would go really well with it. The finish goes on medium plus finish. It's dry. Alcohol tastes medium. Tannins are present, but they're not, like, I would say they're medium minus tannins because they're present, but they're not low. They're not high. This is not a bad recommendation at all. But how not bad is it? Yeah, I really just said that. Let's get into the blick. So from a balance standpoint, full point. Length, medium plus finish, 0.75. Intensity, I'm going to give you 0.5 here. And the reason why is on the nose, I'm getting a lot of forward malolactic kind of notes. But also on the palate, those primary elements that I can smell very well on the nose are not coming through as much on the palate. Like I said, they're noticeable, they're there, but it's just, it's kind of just all integrated with that secondary and that herbal notes and the mallow. So as a result, I'm going to go ahead and just give you half a point. And in terms of complexity, I'm getting primary elements, I'm getting secondary elements, I'm getting mallow. It's 2021. I do not expect this thing to be aged. So like mushrooms, forest floor, things like that. I'm not really kind of expecting those tertiary notes. So on that note, I'll give you a full point. So once you add everything up, it's a very good wine. The funny thing is that tonight I'm making a mushroom risotto for my wife for dinner, and I feel like this is like the perfect wine I opened, not knowing that this would be the perfect wine to open. Anyway, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Cloudline Pinot Noir? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.